So we're on our way to go to the paint store, get paint supplies, and to get the paint for repainting the kitchen. I'm really excited. We are going to be updating, obviously, the paint on the walls, and it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. That's what I said. But it's a long time coming of just updating things to look more like, I guess, reflective of our personalities and our style in the house. And things need to be updated. The walls were kind of dirty, and I think rather than painting the old paint, it was like, why don't we just go ahead and start updating the house to reflect more of our style? And I feel like the kitchen is the best place to start because, first of all, just in terms of wall space and the amount of walls to paint, it's probably the best room, because I don't want to say it's the smallest room in the house, but I think as far as actual square footage and actual wall to paint, it's really not that bad. We should be finished by today, so it's pretty exciting. But also, that's one of my favorite rooms in the house. We're always in the kitchen. We're all either, if I'm not cooking or cleaning in there, it's also a place where I like to study. So it's just such a welcoming room and relaxing room. And I'm hoping that this wall color will just kind of add to that. I want it to be something that is refreshing, but also relaxing. And if you're as sensitive to your surroundings as I am, you'll understand and appreciate the fact that paint on the walls can absolutely just revitalize a space. And I feel like that's what I'm hoping this does. So we're gonna jump in this today, and we're just gonna hopefully get all the supplies, get the paint, get the walls done, and have a fresh new room tomorrow. That's the hope anyway. The paint color that I finally decided on was Benjamin Moore's watercolor blue, and I did see, I think this is actually an Instagram post, but I also saw it in it might have been Better Homes and Gardens. I actually don't remember which magazine it was, but I cut out the picture. I know that's a bit old school, but I cut out the picture because I loved what they did. It was, I can't remember the designer's name, but she used beautiful blue and white wallpaper. It was like floral, and then had that watercolor blue on the door. And I just thought it was so stunning. And I cut it out, and I kind of put it with all of the colors that I'm thinking for the whole house, to just make sure that this color is part of a cohesive look for the house. And I don't want it to look like you just walk in and it's like a fun house. Like, I don't want that, even though, okay, so I want a lot of color, but I want it to be cohesive, and I don't want it to like hit you in the face and you're like, I gotta get out of here. Because obviously if I'm in the house all the time, I'm gonna need this to like look nice and chic, and not like we just threw paint everywhere and chose every color under the sun. So I'm trying to tame it down, because I like nice and bright and fun colors, but at the end of the day, if it's not kind of classy and cohesive, it's gonna give you a headache anyway. So you can see I put a lot of thought and effort into this. I went through all these different blues. I had the peel and stick, put them on the walls, and I probably look like a crazy person, but I mean, I wanted to make sure it was the right sheet, like the right look and the right color. And I hope that we picked the right one. As you can tell, I put a lot of thought into this, and now I'm sort of like panicking, like, oh, did I make a mistake? Is this the wrong color? And of course, Mike is there to remind me that we can just repaint it. It's okay.
Yeah, we can always go back to taupe again and pretend like it's 2000. If that's what you really want to do.
You're right. We'll just take it back, 2001, maybe 2004, and we'll just go with taupe. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope this is going to be a bright, fresh thing. And I love that Micah's attitude is like, oh, that's the color we're going with. Okay. But I did ask. I mean, in all fairness, I did ask your opinion.
Thank you for putting it politely, because my attitude is actually, I don't care.
I think you care a little. I mean, there was one color you were like, no, which I'm glad, because, yeah.
It'll be good. It'll be a nice change.
And I love that we're doing it together, because this is something that we can obviously work on together and kind of make the house our own. And that means a lot, because, his mom painted the walls and, made it her own. And now that we're in the house, you know, we can also do that for ourselves. And the cool thing is that his mom would have changed this like 7 times over, you know, so, you know, after she passed away, it's like really, you know, sometimes people feel like they have to keep things the same, but we don't really feel that with her. Like, we know if she were alive, she'd have been like, let's paint it today. Like, what are we waiting on? Let's change this, let's update it. So it feels really good to have that freedom, and it's really kind of paying homage to that legacy of, well, now we're in the house and we're gonna make it our own. So we know that she would have really appreciated that too. All right, looks like we're here. Let's get our supplies and paint. All right, so we just got the paint from Benjamin Moore. It is watercolor blue. It's a satin finish, also called pearl finish. I think this is gonna be perfect. I can't wait to actually open it up and see what it looks like, get it stirred. Oh, guys, I think this is gonna be awesome. Okay, I want to show you what the kitchen looks like before we start. I mean, honestly, I think it's beautiful. I love it. But again, it's just time for an update. I'm going to show you also the spots on the walls that we can't clean them, and it does drive me a little crazy when I see them. And so just to kind of give you an idea of also, although it's beautiful, it does need to be repainted just in general because, I mean, it's dirty. I think that these were painted in 2004. So that gives you an idea of just how much dirt can really get on the walls. But also, we have 5 pets. So even, I mean, we moved in 2019. So even if you just want to say, oh yeah, I mean, since 2019, this got on the wall, we could totally say that too, because we have 2 dogs, you know, 3 cats. It's a lot. There's a lot of traffic in here. And I think for the future, I want to be able to, you know, wipe down the walls and clean something if food gets splattered either by me or if we have, you know, littles in the house. And so you just don't want to be stuck. I really don't want to have to repaint these walls after we do this for a long time. So we're looking for something that's going to be durable and beautiful at the same time. I really don't want to compromise on the beautiful part, honestly. Let me show you the kitchen. I do have some areas that obviously we have a little bit of clutter, but I think that's fine. So this is just the whole kitchen. And then I'm gonna also show you the walls as well, like up close. So this is beautiful. Here we are. Here is, just you can see from top down, this is what we're working with. Obviously we have the, the water fountain for the animals, but I love our kitchen. I think it's gorgeous. And see, it's gorgeous. Like if we didn't change it, it'd be just fine, right? But you can see there's really not a lot of wall space actually. So I feel like, you know, when we look at, okay, how much are we gonna have to actually paint? You can see it's really mostly cabinets over here. And then there's just, you know, a little bit of wall space. It's gonna be space in between the trim that we have to get to. But see, it's not a lot. So that's why we feel like we're gonna be able to get to this. This is really the main wall. I mean, look, this really is just an afternoon of painting, and we're gonna pull everything out, paint it. Hopefully it'll dry quickly. And yeah, we'll have a brand new kitchen pretty much. For now, we're just gonna focus on the walls. Now, the trim could definitely use an update, you can see, but I mean, I think it also still looks really, really good. You can see here, gonna have to cut in on that part of the wall, but I think it's gonna work. Like, I think it's gonna be hopefully as easy as possible. I mean, that's the hope. You can see she did these hand stencils. I mean, look at this. Beautiful hand stencils that she did herself. So, I don't know. And you can see we do have, see little marks on the walls, and you can't clean it. So here it is. So this stuff drives me crazy. You think it's obvious on camera? Think about up close. There's some other areas, I think, if we get closer to the pantry, you can see here. Of course, this door needs to be painted. I've washed it many times. This trim needs to be repainted for sure. But it's okay, we don't have to do all of this in one day. But look at this, you see what I'm saying? You can't clean it off. And it drives me crazy. So that's why I need to have something I can wipe down, because it's a kitchen. I mean, you don't want something that you can't clean. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. I have, had dreams where I walk in and it is this watercolor blue, so I'm just hoping that it works out. And of course, if not, I just have to adjust my expectations and we'll find the right paint color. I'm positive. I'm so happy that we're doing this together, because it means a lot to be able to change this place and to do it together. It's something that's ours. And so, I don't know, that just means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to him as well to be involved. I am wearing my favorite overalls, or one of my favorite pairs of overalls. So I'm probably gonna change and just get into something that's more comfortable and something I don't mind splattering paint on, because these are my favorite garden overalls. So I'm not so sure I want watercolor blue on them. All right, I'm all changed. Micah's changed. We're both ready to start painting. We have the dogs up. You can hear Peach kind of whining right now. And we're gonna put the cats up. We're gonna start moving all of the furniture away from the walls, and we're gonna start painting. Yay. Yay. Just kidding. We're gonna let the dogs out to go pee before we start this, because I can just imagine that happening with wet paint and the hair. And so, no, we're gonna do this first. We're gonna let them out, kind of let them chill. And now we're gonna start. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm like nervous, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be awesome. I think this is the start of changing things up around here and just kind of a renewal or refreshment. Oh, it's like, this is exactly what we need. Just a little bit of refreshment, make things ours. I'm so excited we're actually starting this. It blows my mind. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Stella, you finished? You finished? You good girl. I don't know why she lays in the sun like that. Peachy, yes. Yes, baby. Yes. You ready? Hi, good girls. You ready to go inside? You ready to go inside? Yes, baby. Come on, let's go. It took several hours, but we were able to tape off most of what we wanted to tape off. Let me show you where we are. We're about to pop open the paint, stir it up, and get it on the wall. beautiful. Just like drop it right in. Yeah. What's happening?
It's like super thick.
It's awesome. Good quality. That is really thick. Look at that. Like butter. All right, Becca is cutting in.
Holy crap. That difference.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's gonna be crazy different.
I know. I'm looking at it like, okay, it's the right color, right? I think it is.
Too late now.
I know. Whoops. Made a mistake. Wow.
That's gonna need two coats.
Yes. So right now we're checking to see if we need to caulk the tape or if it's holding and it's not going through. What do you think?
I think it's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I like this. I think this frog tape is where it's at.
That's amazing. And what kind of tape is it again?
This right here. So it's frog tape with paint block technology. I've never used this tape before. I always use the 3M, Home Depot special, and then caulk over it, and it works great doing a crisp line, but I'm kind of impressed with this stuff.
That's amazing.
It was on sale at Sherwin-Williams, so
Oh, there you go.
figured I'd try it out.
Wow.
One last step.
For sure. Can't imagine having to go through and caulk everything.
Well, it's a lot easier when you have 5 people on the job.
Okay, well that's true. Wow.
All right.
That's awesome. I guess we can get to it. As you can see, we're back and we have finished painting. Not sure how to feel about it, and actually we do have some opinions now that it's been a couple of days. So it is a really pretty blue, but honestly guys, I don't think I really want to live in this color because I'm in the kitchen all the time, whether I'm reading or making food, cleaning, and this is like, first of all, I think I like more of a blue-green. This is like a proper blue, nothing wrong with it. We've talked about maybe cutting the color. We've talked about, maybe choosing one of the other blues because I do have 2 other blues that I was considering that look a little bit more blue-green, but they're not like a punch in the face. This is a punch in the face. And I don't think I want to be punched in the face with this, honestly. So sometimes you just don't know until you put it on the walls. But it actually is really pretty. So if you are considering Benjamin Moore paint and you're looking at watercolor blue, and you like this, this is a satin finish or a pearl finish that they call it pearl instead of satin, but it's gorgeous. So if you like it, go get it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for us, and I think we are going to go with a different color. Let's talk about the trim. Okay, guys, I know we talked about, Mike and I said, oh, we're gonna paint the trim, you know, we'll probably be fine. And, oh my gosh, it's bad. So let's just get closer. I don't know if you can tell the yellowing that has happened over the years here, but next to the freshly blue, it's bad. And then there are other little spots here and there where there's like brown from when it was painted years ago from the previous paint. So it's kind of rough. So we definitely need to paint the trim. You can't unsee it now. So we knew that this is most likely the case. But man, it's rough.
And like, to be fair for all of us, it's not just yellowing.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was
Yeah.
painted to match the doors and the cabinets and.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny, I don't know if it comes through on your end, but for us, like, now
You can definitely see it behind you.
Yeah, okay, so it's obvious. There are parts like of the door that are disgusting, and I've washed this, like, think about that, I've washed, anyway, it just needs to be repainted. I mean, after so long, anything is like that is gonna have to be repainted, especially a door or trim, and especially in a high traffic area like a kitchen. So, but it kind of looks like, if you didn't notice, like we've been smoking in here for 10 years, and that is absolutely not the case. So that's just a natural part of, you know, when you paint, it's been a long time, especially something like cream, ivory, it's gonna start to look like that, especially when you put it next to a blue that is a proper blue. Like there's no leeway. But I think honestly, if we had chosen any color, we would have had to redo this trim immediately. Overall, I think the color is gorgeous. It's just not for us. I just don't feel inspired. I don't feel inspired in this space, and I'm like heavily sensitive to paint colors and being surrounded in whatever and immersed in whatever color. So I think we're gonna go with a green. Originally I was thinking, oh, we'll do blue in here, we'll do something bright, uplifting, and we'll do like a bright green in the living room. Okay, scrap that. And you don't know until you put it on the wall, but now we know. I think we're gonna do a vibrant green in here, and we're gonna do more of a rich, calming blue in the living room. And I think it will not be this bright, it's gonna be darker. So I think that's actually what we've shifted to. And I know originally I was nervous and I thought, oh man, this is such a beautiful place and we love our home and I don't want this to be ruined. And then Micah always reminds me, hey, it's just paint, like it's gonna be okay. And I feel like this is a better room to get wrong and repaint than the living room because of the walls and how they are. So I think it's gonna be good. Let me give you a little bit of a preview of the green paint colors that we are looking at. Let's not waste any time. Let's look at these green paint colors. I think they're stunning. I do have, okay, there are 3 that look very, very similar, and then 1 that is a mixture of blue and green. And then we have the trim color that we think we want to go with. Let's take a look. So we're gonna get into all of those paint colors, their names, how they look on the wall. We're gonna swatch them in this next video. I hope you'll join us. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think of the wall color. I know that we have our own opinion because we have to live in it, but I actually just wanna know, what do you think? Do you like Benjamin Moore's watercolor blue? Do you wanna try this in your house? If so, go for it. See you next time.